I'd like to call to order the Executive Committee meeting Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. We'll start off with a roll call.
Mr. Hess? Ms. Polk? Ms. Weber? Ms. Parker? Mr. Seroy? Mr. Carrico? Mr. Featherling? Mr. Long? Mr. Eckhoff? Mr. Hunter? Ms. Foster? Mr. Alexander Hildebrand?
Present.
We have a quorum.
And I'd like to say something. After last meeting, it's both an honor and a privilege to stand before you as the new chairman of Kankakee County Board. I want to thank each and every one of you for the trust and support you have entrusted me with. In addition, a special thank you to my family for their lifelong support and love. I also want to express my gratitude to former chairman Andy Wheeler for his leadership and commitment to Kankakee County during his tenure on the board. As I step into this role, I'm aware of the responsibilities that lie ahead. Our county will face many challenges, but I believe these challenges also present us with incredible opportunity for growth and innovation. Together, we can build on our successes and drive meaningful change across Kankakee County. I am committed to fostering a culture of collaboration and transparency within county government. I encourage each of you to voice your ideas and concerns as we work together to fulfill our mission of serving those who have placed their trust in us. I am excited about the journey ahead and look forward to working alongside each and every one of you. Thank you. We'll move on after that. There's no presentation, so the approval of the minutes for September 24th, 2024 Executive Committee meeting. First, Long. Second, Parker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Nothing under legislative. And next up, we have Information Systems. Kevin Duvall with the monthly update. Morning, Kevin.
Morning. Hopefully this is quick. I didn't know how long this meeting was gonna go or not.
Never know.
We're back to being business as usual now that the court system is live. Jason's been able to come back in the department, or he's been here, but focus more on the department. We've got a lot of projects going, probably at least a year's worth of projects that we're we're dealing with. As you know, some of you know that we've hired our new system administrator. I don't know if you've seen him, Adam, since he's been in here. Don't want to pronounce his last name wrong. He just told me and I just forgot, so I'm sorry about that. Jason interviewed him. He's well qualified. He's got a degree in cybersecurity. He'll fit right in here perfectly with us, and he is from the area. Happenstance. I mean, it was open to everybody, but he was from the area and he was qualified for the job. Our largest project that we're going to be working going forward is over the next months. We've got a buildup of e-waste computers and the like. We can't just throw away the computers because we have certain computers from judicial, state's attorney, whatever. So there's a process that we need to go and wipe them, document that we've wiped each one, catalog them, so we know when they leave here that everything's been clean. So that isn't just thrown away. So there's a long process. We haven't been able to deal with that for a while because of the RFP and the various things. So now they're going straight to that to focus on that. We've got rooms full of, actually. All the stuff that you guys have been declaring surplus for the last couple of years are sitting downstairs, and now they're going to finally get rid of that. Something that we've been really wanting to work on. In addition, there are going to be some computer updates in various offices that are to correlate to the RFP of the court system, state's attorney, and public defender's office. We're waiting for this project to complete. Now it's time to update those. That'll be a slow process because you can't take them out, so we can't just exchange it, but that's a project that's going to be working on the next few months. And lastly, we worked out a deal, I believe the chairman knows about this, with the highway department, where we acquired one of the vehicles they had brought to you and told that they were going to go take to auction. It fit perfect for what we wanted to ask Jason. He said it would work perfectly, so we cut out a deal. We worked with the finance and the chairman.
Very happy about
vice chairman. They said it worked out perfect for us. So we've got we finally got a replacement vehicle, so they're not using their own vehicles to go through the various campus buildings. And with that, you're up to
Any
date.
questions? Mr. Hunter?
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Yes.
Kevin, you mentioned that it's an arduous process in terms of wiping that info, from those computers. Are you, as Jason or the new person, going to be able to do that, or is you going to contract that out? Or
No, we can do that.
Okay.
If you contracted it out, which, to be clear, we are going to use a service that'll take the PCs, the regular e-waste we're going to take out to the
Belson, that area,
to
yeah.
Belson that. But with these computers, we're going to use the same people that the schools does. But and they have, once you sign with them, they agree that they'll wipe it. That's not my process. My process was before they leave the building, we wipe it. Then someone else can do that, so it's double. So I want to make sure before it leaves our possession that there's nothing on there, and we know for a fact and that we've documented for that. So, and that's just normal system administrator process. It's not a hard process. It's just an extremely time-consuming
That's what I was
process, but it's part of the job. You're obligated as an IT department for whatever entities you to make sure security is there, and the number one thing is make sure files aren't leaving. As in the case of judicial, prosecuting, public defender, that's really important. Even in this building, you've got HR documents and stuff. We need to make sure none of that leaves it, and it's just a matter of you taking your time and make sure it's clear. Again, it's not arduous. It's not hard. You just have to line up. Say you got 200, you gotta line up 3 machines, start the process, wait for it to wipe 3 times, which is going to take minutes, if not 40-something minutes. Well, you multiply that times 100, that's long. But while you do that, you can go do other things. So, but we're just explaining to, anytime PCs leave here, they don't just leave here, they're wiped to make sure that they're clean. And it actually shouldn't be that big of a deal because we back up everything. But we're just making sure that you don't have the employee who forgot that they kept a copy of something on their desktop before they moved it to the drive. This takes all that question out. I don't know if that's over explaining, but since you asked me, so.
Any more questions? Todd?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Kevin, you're not gonna smash them with a hammer or acid bath them, or what's the other Hillary trick that you did?
Well, we did have people
quicker,
ask us
that's
about,
quicker than the 3 downloads I heard.
yeah, but it actually doesn't work. So,
okay.
so what you could do is put the thing back together, and then it doesn't really matter. So, but yeah, we've had people say, some people drive a truck over them. Well, that's flashy, but it's not really doing anything, Once they put it back together, then you're in trouble at that point. So this is an established process that everybody does. So.
Any more questions? Thank you very much, Kevin. Beavis is not here for the health department, and nothing under schools with Frank Peck-Kunis. So the county administrator, Anita Speckman, with a monthly update. Good morning, Anita.
Good morning. Good morning. So right now we have 9 current openings, 9 positions, no duplicates anywhere. We've had 5 new ones in the last month, so that's kind of a lot, or compared to what we've been running. Of those, 7 of the 9 are not county directed, and by county directed I mean direct into administration. So 4 are for the state's attorney's office, 1 for public health, and 2 for the sheriff's department. The 2 for the sheriff's department are in maintenance, so that now reports, there was a reporting change last year that reports into the sheriff's. So the hiring is done at the sheriff's. New hire orientation was held last Thursday with 11 attendees. There were 2 from the Regional Office of Education for Corrections. No job fairs are scheduled at this time, but I do have a seminar on Thursday up in Chicago put on by Lena Muchin, which is our labor attorney that helps us with largely negotiations and some employee issues. So that is on Thursday, so I'll be out of the office Thursday and in Chicago. Health insurance, open enrollment materials are being prepared, as well as the web benefit software updates. Open enrollment will be held December 1st through 15th, with the effective date of the new plans effective January 1st. The other lines of insurance, liability, work comp, auto, inland marine, we received the renewal last Friday, October 15th. George Ryan Jr. and Dane Mall of Alliant will be here tomorrow at the Finance Committee to present the renewal and explain the reasonings behind and what changed and why, etc. So they're going to be here tomorrow. Negotiations update, we tentatively worked out a solution with the sworn division last Thursday. We're waiting for the contract from labor. If it doesn't, there is a executive session and a motion on tomorrow's agenda for finance. If that the copy from the labor attorney was due yesterday, it did not come in. If it does not come in today with sufficient time for me to review it, we'll just pull that off the agenda, and then we'll have a special meeting before the November board meeting. So that's where that's at. Corrections is still out there. That contract ends November 30th. IMRF, we've talked a bit about IMRF since the new website went live on March 1st, just the difficulty. As an example of our continued issues with it, I had a phone call last week from a new employee who enrolled and went and looked at her IMRF, and lo and behold, she had worked for an IMRF employer before, and that was not reflected in her account, only just starting here. So she had tried and tried calling, waited on hold hours on end, you know, done all the things we said, called first thing in the morning, sent a secure message, which that's you go to the IMRF website and you send an email direct to them via the secure server. Got no response, asked if we could help. Joanne, who is our IMRF administrator for the county, sent a message to her contact via secure message, and the response she got, I'm going to read you most of it because it is typical of everything we get. Dear Joanne, the member must contact our member services department directly for this. They can be reached at 1-800 ... or by sending a secure message through their personal member access account. The member line is very busy, but the representatives are answering the calls as soon as they can. We have been advised that the turnaround time for secure messages for members is 10 business days. We're aware of a defect in our member side 6 months later that is impacting the correct amount of contributions and service from showing. If they have not already, the member should send a message requesting their contribution balance. And 10 days later, someone might get a hold of you. So we continue to struggle. Joanne did actually found a new representative outside of her contact at IMRF. He works for IMRF, but he's more on the, what do I want to say? Not on the administration side, not on the office side. He's really more of a trainer, and she had a great conversation with him. He totally understood the deficiencies that we're seeing and agrees with her concerns. So we're hoping it's another just one more contact that we can at least try to resolve some of these issues as they come up. But as a general rule, the status is the same. It's a struggle for the employees, for us. It's just been a very difficult conversion 6 months later.
Mr. Hunter?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Anita, had you ever thought about going through Senator Joyce and he could maybe make contact with the legislative liaison for IMRF? And usually when that happens, the legislative liaison rattles the respective department's cage with respect to the concerns that you have. You may want to pursue that.
I'll certainly make a note of that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
That's all I have unless anyone has anything else.
And I just want to,
Oh, yeah. So what's the hiring, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. What's their timetable for replacing the director of maintenance?
Well, the position following our hiring procedure that was adjusted this summer, it was posted internally for 5 days. Following that, Kelly reached out to the sheriff and he requested it be posted externally as well. So that's where it's at right now. It is posted externally, and then as it would be up to the sheriff to determine what his process is going to be from there.
and I've had conversations with Wes too, and he would like, at least 2 weeks with the new maintenance director, just so they have enough time to, learn what he's learned. So obviously it would take long.
That's a tall order. Yeah.
Obviously it takes longer than 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is better than nothing. So. And then lastly, I just want to thank Anita for all of her hard work. You've been an integral part of the county for a long time. You've been a person that I could go to, and I really appreciate you. And I can't wait to work with you in the future. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
look forward to it as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Next up under administrative, we have appointments, reappointments, and resignation. Do I have a motion to combine and approve? First by Featherling, second by Eckhoff. I'll read them in and then we'll do a voice vote. Reappointment of Neil Trudeau to the Union Drainage District number 2. Reappointment of Paul Kroll to the Pilot Township Fire Protection District. Reappointment of Troy Kaufman to the Joe Bennis Drainage District. Reappointment of Bruce Shafsma to the Spring Creek Drainage District, and reappointment to Naomi Andres to the Grinnell Special Drainage District. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we have openings. One opening on the Animal Welfare Advisory Committee, one opening on the Historic Preservation Commission, 2 openings on the Kankakee County Public Building Commission, 1 opening on the Clausen Park Drainage District, 1 opening on the X-Line Creek Drainage District, 1 opening on the Gar Creek Drainage District, 1 opening on the Little Beaver Special Drainage District, and 1 opening on the Mantino Drainage District number 9. So those are all of our openings. Next up, we have new business. We have the compliance with the decennial committee report on Local Government Efficiency Act for the Limestone Township Fire Protection District. We just need a motion and a second to accept the report and put on file. First by Long, second by Searoyce. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anything under old business? Mr. Hess? First by Mr. Hess, second by Featherling. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign.